How's it going, YouTube? It's FuzzyXYZ here. Now, today I'm going to bring you a Dueling Network duel. This is between me and my teammate Brett. I'm playing my Prophecy. He is playing his Gladiator Beast with the new fire support that came out in Cosmo Blazer. He's using a kind of mixed build between the two. So we're just opening his hands here, and I'm starting first. So first of all, I summon the Spellbook Magician. I'd just like to apologise if it is going a bit slow. I do experience a bit of lag on my computer. But I summon the Magician, search for the secrets, I do believe it is, yes. The Spellbook of Secrets, I then activate the secrets to get the Spellbook of the Master. I think, yes, I do activate the Spellbook of the Master, revealing Eternity for the cost to copy secrets. And then I think I search the Grand Spellbook Tower. Yes, do search Grand Spellbook Tower. I think I set the Treacherous Trap Hole and activate the Grand Tower and pass turn. I did open pretty well, if I do say so myself. Normally I don't open that good on Dueling Network. So I'll pass over to Brett, and now he's about to go. I think he sets 2 and ends. Yes, sets 2 and ends, sets 2 back row. I draw into the High Priestess, really good draw. And then I get my extra draw off Tower. I do have Tower out for a fair duration of the duel, so I am plussing 1 each turn. As you can see there, drawing into another Secrets. So my High Priestess is now live, which is really, really good. So now I'm just thinking about my plays, because he does have 2 back row, and I am favouring the back row, being that Gladiator Beast is kind of a really back row heavy deck. So here I activate the secrets, getting my another Spellbook Magician. I'm kind of thinking about baiting out his back row, because I have no idea what they could be. I mean, I do have the Reborn in hand, which is really good, just in case my High Priestess does get destroyed. But instead I normal summon the second Magician, which I just added, getting his effect to search a Spellbook of Wisdom. So I do have the protection for my High Priestess. Now to kind of bait out his back row, I overlay the 2. I think about going into Gachi for defense, but then I think Dagosto Phoenix, if it is managed to be summonable, then I will be able to take 3k. Unfortunately, he does Bottomless Trap Hole, so that's one of his back row out of the way. So I still have the Treacherous Trap Hole set. And now I'm just thinking whether I do actually want to go into Priestess now, or wait. So I do decide to go into the Priestess, try and bait out this second back row. Like I said, I do have the Reborn in hand, so just in case it does get trenchalled or something like that, then I can bring it back sometime in the future. So I activate Priestess' effect, because I do have the Eternity in hand, which is really good. So I can recycle my spellbooks like crazy now, especially as I have the Grand Tower on the field as well. So yeah, I do banish the Spellbooks of the Secrets for High Priestess to pop his second back row, which is a Mirror Force. So I did decide I'm really, really good to pop his back row. And now I attack for 2-5 directly, so I do have field advantage, I do have hand advantage, and I'm winning on life points at the minute, so I'm in a really good position. Sorry if this is actually taking a bit. We do actually think about his plays, so Brett's just thinking about his options here. He does decide to set another 3 back row and sets a monster. And pass over to me. I draw into the Maxi. Maxi's not really live at the minute. He doesn't look like he's drawing any monsters, apart from the one that is just set. So I activate my Grand Tower and stand my face, put in my secrets back to get that extra draw. Grand Tower is absolutely amazing in this deck. And I draw into the Spellbook for life. Another really good card. Now it does mean that I do have 2 cards to bring back my High Priestess, so I am in control. I do have the hand advantage. I have protection in the Treacherous and the Maxi and the Trag. So I'm just checking his grave. He's got a Bottomless gone and a Mirror Force gone, so I'm just considering what his back row could possibly be. They could just be bluff, so I just attack into his face down. And it turned out to be a Mermail. So in standby phase, I do add back one of the secrets that I banished for Eternity. So it means I do have a Spellbook engraved to use Grand Tower next turn. Just counting how many cards I have in hand. I have 7, so I set the Wisdom for extra protection, and then pass back over to Brett. So now Brett's in a really difficult position because he doesn't have no monsters on the field at the minute. He has the back row, and he does draw into the Proving Ground. So that was a really good draw for him. It means you can search any of the Gladiator Beasts from his deck, and he gets the Quarry. So he summons the Quarry. I don't really have anything to negate the summon. And he attacks into it. Now at this point I know that he has the Lance, I know that he runs Lance. There's nothing really I can do. So I just let him proceed into damage step and let him destroy my Priestess. Like I said, I do have the protection in hand. There's no point in me wasting a Wisdom on it, because he could just chain Lance anyway. And I special my Tragodia. And he ends up Solemn Warning, so I do bait out more or less 2 of his back row there. So I still have hand advantage and everything. I hovered with the Maxi then because I thought he was actually going to tag out, so I was going to activate Maxi, but he doesn't tag out for some reason. Maybe it might be to do for his second back row. So in standby phase I activate Tower, putting Eternity back, draw into Breaker. Breaker was a really good draw, it means I can bait out his back row again. Especially as I have the Wisdom set. So I just see if the summon is okay, just in case it's another warning or something like that. And I use Breaker's effect to bop the back row. It ends up being a Compulse, so he does Compulse it back to hand. And I change Treacherous Trapple because I know now that he has 1 card in hand and no back row. I do have the Reborn and a Power. So I reborn my High Priestess. He's only on 3/5. Increase it by Power to 3/5, so he cannot drop Drag or Gauze if he does run it. And I end up taking game 1. So do stay tuned for game 2, coming up shortly. FuzzyXYZ, see you later.